Hello, I'm Mantastic and Fantastic, and today I'm going to be talking about Cotton winning the Monster Exchange survey. So, the Monster Exchange survey has come to a close, and Cotton was crowned the winner for basically the second time in a row. And for the most part, these Monster Exchange surveys are a little problematic, mostly because only one card can win. And it wouldn't actually surprise me if Cotton had maybe like 15% or maybe even less of the total pad population vote, because there were 39 different cards you could actually vote for. And we did have Cotton in the past about a year and maybe a couple months ago, but apparently Cotton is still the maybe overwhelming favorite at this point in time. But the Monster Exchange survey will be different because instead of costing 1 million monster points, it will cost the equivalent of 20 Rainbow Event medals. And this article will summarize my thoughts on why Cotton won, what her uses are, how to exchange for her, as well as should you exchange for her even if you have enough cottons to make a cotton t-shirt. So, video content. So, due to the fact that the Monster Exchange survey basically had only one winner and 39 possible candidates, it is just a problematic format, and it's going to cause disappointment to the vast majority of individuals out there. Because unlike your political elections where there's only several parties you can vote for, usually the majority reigns, this is going to have probably the majority of the minority. And this is a little problematic, but when you think about it, even though Cotton did win a year plus ago, many players may still not actually have her, and she has incredible amounts of flexibility, and that level of variance and makes her a very safe choice for many players. And in fact, we actually mirrored the Korean server. Korea also voted for Cotton, so she obviously is a popular card across servers. And Korea is actually a much better representation to what we have as well, because unlike the JP server, who has numerous special exclusive collabs and special unique cards and leaders, we don't have access to those. And because of that, it makes it a little harder to justify possibly Zella, who is still a very strong card and a lot of people wanted to have win. But the problem is we are lacking several leaders for her that could have made the difference and made her possibly the most popular choice. And after the survey closed for voting, if I'm not mistaken, it revealed that there is a Hello Kitty special Zella, which obviously can utilize the Rare Machine form as a sub, but again, water under a bridge, unfortunately. So, in order to acquire Cotton, you have to basically go through the Monster Exchange system and trade for 4 Black Event medals or other 6-star Godfest exclusives. I don't recommend trading for using any 6-star Godfest exclusive as trade fodder. There are much better uses for them, and each Black Event medal will cost you 5 Rainbow Event medals to acquire, which means the total cost is 20. So, this may seem steep for the most part, but the thing is, if you did participate in the PAD, Remdraw, Fever ranking tournaments, and you grinded it out all the way to the top prize, you would have received 14 or 70% of Cotton's cost in the mail. And at this point in time, there are not many great dumps for our Rainbow Event medals. So, why did Cotton win? As I've alluded beforehand, basically she won because she has incredible amounts of flexibility. She has powerful awakenings, a low base cooldown, can fit as a sub on the vast majority of teams, while also having 6 unique forms you can choose from. So for the most part, Cotton will find a place in most players' teams, unless you have a very developed monster box or have rolled the Rare Machine numerous times. And if I'm going to be basing our player base demographic off of JP's, because during the 7th year anniversary stream, they did reveal basically like the breakdown of their server, and the average player was around 400, but in all honesty, the vast majority of players were in the 100 to 400 bracket, over 50% of them. So it wouldn't be surprising if North America had a similar demographic. And if you are between basically rank 400 and below, strong likelihood your monster box is quite shallow. Also, another strong likelihood is that you have been playing for less than 1.5 years. And if you've been playing for less than 1.5 years, there's a very unlikely scenario that you could have had 1 million monster points a year plus when Cotton was available. And if you obviously started under a year ago, there's no chance you could have ever bought Cotton. So this probably is why Cotton won, because she is that kind of safe choice, especially for an underdeveloped monster box who does not have a strong follow-up attack option, who does not have a strong damage stick, who does not have a card that can have void damage penetration with double 7 combo. So all these taken into consideration is what I presume is the main reason why Cotton won, combined with the fact that there were 39 other choices and no other super standout card necessarily that has as much universal value as Cotton. So, as mentioned already, Cotton's main value is for her sub potential. She has double 7 combo and follow attack and soft bind clearing without super awakenings. When you factor in super awakening, she has a triple 7 combo or a VDP, which can be great for boxes that don't actually have those things. Furthermore, she also has a low base cooldown, which means you are able to easily inherit an active skill of your choice over top of it, along with being any color you want. So, assuming your team is not super type restrictive, it just requires certain colors, you basically can stick Cotton onto most teams and use her quite efficiently. And you are able to reverse her evolution and make a new evolution. So let's say you outgrow one of your Cottons, you can transition to a different color. And for the most part, I can foresee red Cotton being used for Shiro teams. Blue Cotton is a very all-around great follow-up attack option because it has the highest health. Green Cotton can take any killers due to balanced typing. Light Cotton has healer typing, so it can take dragon killers, has a huge RCV stat, and Dark Cotton can possibly find more value on some of the stronger dark teams that have just come out, say like Fatalis, Typhon, if you are lacking the other follow-up attack options. So flexibility is kind of the name of the game for Cotton. So let's say you have a highly developed monster box, or just for some reason have so many Cottons in excess that there is no point in you thinking that you should trade for her. But this is a free 6-star Godfest exclusive because Rainbow Event medals are always going to be available. And again, with the pad Remdra Fever Ranking Tournament, 14 were given out, so 70% of the cost is already covered. And at this point in time, there's no real good place to dump or spend numerous amounts of Rainbow Event medals. You can spend 4 at a time for Odysseus, which makes the Trojan Horse Weapon Assist, which is a very important card for the most part. But again, you only need maybe 2, maybe 3 at the most. And if you've been playing for at least a modest period of time with the ranking dungeon rewards, you should have many Rainbow Event medals available. And even if you're around the cusp of 20, I would purchase Cotton now and just get your Rainbow Event medals back in the future because Odysseus will always be available. And we only need 1 for those super reincarnated mega evolutions that Haku enjoys, but at this point in time, Haku is not that great. Bastet is alright, but not everyone may want to necessarily use her. But the point of the matter is, Odysseus will be there forever. Cotton is only here until May 19th. So there is a bit of a time constriction of when you should be trading for her. And in all honesty, even if you have duplicates of her, you can basically use her as a Godfest exclusive trade fodder for various collab monster exchange events, and you could acquire something of value at that point in time. So, in conclusion, Cotton is the winner of the Monster Exchange survey. For better or for worse, she was the most popular choice of the 39. It does not mean the majority of the player base actually wants to have her. It just means she was the majority of the minority. And even if you have no use for Cotton whatsoever, it's still advantageous to trade for her because at the very least, you have a free 6-star Godfest exclusive, which can be put towards trade fodder in the future. So, let me know what you plan to do with your Cotton in the comments below. Hopefully you all have a Mantastic day. I wish you all the best luck in your own pad adventures, and happy puzzling.